Okay, so here, here and here. That's all good. Yeah, no problem.
That one running?
Sorry?
That's running?
Yeah, both. That's all right. I've liked that running before. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And to you too. And a very Merry Christmas from Docking Real Estate. This is going to be the best Christmas present for one lucky young family. My name is Adam Docking. It is my great pleasure and an honour to be here at 67 Fairway Drive in, well, sunny Rowville. You've all had a chance to meet Ashley Bynon during the course of the campaign. I'm sure if you've been through the property, you would have heard his dulcet tones calling you to ask what your thoughts are on the property. And you've all had a chance to meet Jackie if you've come through any of our other open houses. We are here today to make it as easy and enjoyable as possible to secure such a fine property as 67 Fairway Drive in Rowville. Now, there are some housekeeping that we need to get through. What we are offering today is lot number 64. Certificate of Title, volume number 10440, folio 101. Very binary, isn't it? 67 Fairway Drive in Rowville. What we're offering today is all fixed floor coverings, electric light fittings, window furnishings, fixtures and fittings of a permanent nature. There is an old real estate cliche. If you pick the house up, turn it upside down and give it a shake, whatever doesn't fall out is what's waiting for you at settlement. We are calling for a 10% deposit and that settlement is 60 to 120 days. We will honour any terms that you've negotiated prior to the start of this morning's auction. We do have the usual substitution and guarantee clauses in the contract. The substitution clause is when we use the words and or nominee. If your spouse or partner is not here today, I suggest you bid away, because there's no better Christmas present on the planet than going home and telling your spouse that you've purchased a new family home. The guarantee clause, if you are looking to purchase under a company name, you may do so. We will be asking you to sign guaranteeing the performance of the contract of the director of that company. Property comes under the Knox Planning Scheme. The responsible authorities administer for planning and it is zoned neighbourhood residential zone Schedule 4, which is the same zoning for all the properties around here. Outgoing City of Knox rates, $2,646.40. South East Water, $691.76. Total outgoings, $3,338 and a bit of change. All services are available. Again, you will need to reconnect those under your own name at settlement. Now, what we have here also is something very special. We have a block of 15 metres by 39 metres, 585 square metres. And the great part here is there is no easement. The easement's on the house behind. So if you want to put that great tool shed in the backyard, you may do so. But I do have to announce also that the play equipment is not staying. If you were here last weekend, you'd see Ashley doing a backflip of it. Depending on how the auction goes, we might get him to do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the auction and the contract. I will read out that the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of this morning's auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. What that simply means, as soon as I announce the property is sold by law, I cannot take any further rises. The vendors have a reserve price. As the auctioneer, I'll indicate bidders upon request. The law prohibits false bids and prohibits major disruptions by bidders and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides fines for this conduct. Real estate is not a full contact sport. Who would have thought? The rules permit vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bidden by law. Only I, as the auctioneer, may make a vendor bid. Very straightforward, ladies and gentlemen. 10% deposit balance in 60 or 120 days. Or any terms that you've negotiated prior to the start of today's auction. Now, I am very mindful also of making too much noise. I am waiting for someone to tee off on the 11th and yell out and tell me to shut up. And I am very mindful of the fact is that if he slices a ball this way, you might hear some language that is only good and suitable at an auction or at a golf course. But what a magnificent location we have here. I'm sure you've all driven in the same way that we drove in here this morning. Tell me this is not one of the most magnificent pockets of Melbourne. Even just in this street, have a look up and down and have a look at how house proud people are. Have a look at how they get into the Christmas spirit. Have a look at how well they maintain their homes. Have a look at how well the roads and the streets are maintained. But then you've also got Karu Primary School close by. You've got shops in IGA close by, or Knox City Shopping Centre. This is the kind of location that you start with kids this young and you stay here until they've moved out and the house is too big. Ladies and gentlemen, we've only got a couple of days left until Christmas. This is your Christmas present today. I'm in your hands. 10% deposit balance in 60 or 120 days. Let's get into the Christmas spirit and let's bid away. Who'd like to open the bidding? Not even a swear word from the 11th tee. Happy to take your bid. I don't mind where we start, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in your hands. Bid me away. Don't mind where we start. I know you're all nervous. I know it is. It's a big prize. There is online too. Yes, I beg your pardon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live streaming this auction. So online bidding, if Ashley yells out a bid, it is a genuine bid and you will be bidding against online bidders. But why you wouldn't want to be here today, I don't know. Happy to take your bid, ladies and gentlemen. Who want to open it? Otherwise, I'll open it. I don't mind. 1.1. 1.1. Okay. 1.1. We're starting at land value. At 1.1, we'll take a 20 from here. At $1,100,000, bid me away. If I pass the property and the highest bidder and only the highest bidder has first right of refusal at the reserve price, the highest bidder and only the highest bidder gets to come inside and negotiate and treat with very realistic vendors. Haven't forgotten about you online. At $1,100,000, 20 to get you away. Give you a moment to think. I know you're all surprised with that, how cheap it is, but guess what? You've got to join in. At $1,100,000, first call at $1,100,000. Very quiet. I know you're waiting, but don't wait too long because Christmas is coming soon. And I had put sun cream on, so I'm not going to get sunburnt. You did too, didn't you, Ash? This is a solar panel, we know that, don't we? At $1,100,000, second call, are you all done? Happy to take your bids.
1.12.
1.12, thanks, Jackie. At 112 and back at you another 20 if you'd like. Another 20 here, 1,140,000. Back here, Jack, at 1,140,000. Two in it now. We'll get to the bottom of our range eventually at 1,140,000. 160 if you'd like. Or you can bump me up, I don't mind. At 1,140,000. 160 if you'd like, and anyone else. Online too, bid away, tap away, don't mind. Over here, Jack, it's against you now. At 1,140,000. Again, I'll call it. That seems to be the way that everybody wants it. At 1,140,000, first call. 1,160,000. Give you a moment to think. Don't wait too long. I don't want you to miss out. I want you all to have a good chance. At 1,140,000, second call at 1,140,000. Are you all done? At 1,140,000. This rate, I should see a sea of hands. Well, how about I just bump it up myself at 1,160,000 vendor bids. 1,160,000 vendor bid. I said we're still below our bottom range. 1,180,000. You sure? I'll keep an eye on you. 1,160,000 vendor bid. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to pass the property in because I know there is value here, but I would rather not pass it in on a vendor bid. I'd rather be able to bring you inside and negotiate. At 1,160,000 vendor bid, call it 3 times. Don't miss out. Properties like this don't come along very often. And we know that by the number of people and number of visitors that have been here, the number of people that looked at it online. Think about what's around here. Haven't even mentioned the fact is that Waterford Valley is close by, the retirement village. Imagine that. You come from here, a couple of 100 metres up the road, all done. You still know the area. At 1,160,000 vendor bid, first call, second call. Are you all done? Are you all sold at $1,160,000? Ladies and gentlemen, oh, nope, got me, 1,180,000. 1,180,000. Almost too late.
You would have come back.
I would have. It's just that face, you know, I just got to come back for your face. Not quite sure if I'm scared of you or... 1,180,000. Genuine bid. Highest bidder and only highest bidder has first rights. It is here. $1,180,000. 4 bedrooms upstairs, study downstairs, and that magnificent entertaining area. This is the sort of property here. It's just all about lifestyle. With all the bedrooms, you either increase the size of your family or you increase the number of friends, because they'll all be coming over here for barbecues. And don't forget about the walking tracks at 1,180,000. Back behind you if you like, haven't forgotten over here on my right. Again, if it helps you, wake up. 1,180,000, again, first call. 1,180,000, second call. Well, how about I just bump it up to the bottom of our range at 1.2. $1,200,000. Had to get there eventually. At $1,200,000, my bid, yours if you'd like. Everybody shakes, but then they all put their hand up at the end. You've got to have eyes in the back of your head. At 1.2 vendor bid. It is my bid. If I pass it in on a vendor bid, we are happy to chat to everybody. We won't play favourites. We can have a secondary auction. But again, Christmas is only around the corner. Imagine wrapping this and putting this under the tree. Imagine the size of the tree. $1.2 million vendor bid. First call at 1.2. Second call at 1.2. Vendor bid all done. At $1,200,000, are you done? Well, you know what now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to pause and I'm going to seek my instructions. Okay, so let's confirm 1.2. My vendor bid. Yeah, thanks. Okay. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. 1.2, it is a vendor bid, so we're not stopping there. Now, rest assured, we have extremely realistic vendors. But the only way you are going to secure this property is by putting your hand up. If you are waiting till we announce it, you've got to help me get there. As I said, it is just simple auctioneering capabilities. If I'm past the property in highest bidder and only the highest bidder has first rights. If I pass it on a vendor bid, we will talk to everybody. So help me get there. Help me secure your future. An extra 5 minutes out there, a lifetime in here. Simple. At 1.2, it is a vendor bid. My instructions are, back to you, no more vendor bids. So what's going to happen here? We're either going to pass it in at 1.2 and talk to you all, or you're going to knock out your competition and come and negotiate with very realistic vendors indeed. That is just the simple mathematics of auctioneering. Ladies and gentlemen, we are there at $1.2 million vendor bid. Secure first place. I'll call it 3 times, then I'm happy to pass the property and negotiate with you all because I know there is value here. At $1.2 million, are you all done for your first call? I know your tactics are to wait, but you've got to pull the trigger eventually, otherwise we'll pass it in. At $1,200,000, I'll take a 10 if it helps you. Want to try 10? Or are you waiting 2? Yeah. At $1.2 million, second call. They said the next bid won't buy it.
5.
No, 10. Not taking 5s. At $1,200,000, 10 or nothing. Happy to pass it in, but we'll talk to you all. Even though you've bid before, you don't get first rights. At $1,200,000, 10 gets you there. Your call. Yes or no? All right, I'm happy to pass it in if that's the case. First call at $1,200,000 vendor bid. Second call. Are you all done? Final opportunity. 10?
7.5.
Nope, 10. Good try though. You're really playing with my mathematics.
You're not being very nice.
I'm being generous. I'm giving you the first right to come in and negotiate.
Try twice, but you won't negotiate.
I will, but not with, I'll negotiate inside, but not out here. 10 if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll give you 10.
10. 1,210,000.
Don't come back to me though.
Not taking 10s, 20. No, I'm kidding. Was I scared? Not quite sure if I'm terrified of you or not. 1,210,000, ladies and gentlemen, highest bidder, and only the highest bidder has first right of refusal. If you're not holding that tree up, it's not you. Highest bidder and only the highest bidder will be coming inside. No further vendor bids. Happy to pass it in and negotiate. First call at 1,210,000. As I said, the only way now you are going to secure this property is by putting your hand up. I cannot make it any clearer than that. There are no vendor bids. I will pass the property in and negotiate. Second call at 1,210,000. Are you all done? Do you want to try again? Give you a moment to think. But ladies and gentlemen, have a think about this. Today is the 14th of December. I'm not aware of any auctions on the 21st. There are certainly no new houses coming on the market between now and Christmas. So if you haven't secured a property today, you will be back here in 2025 looking. Or you can drive past here and knowing in 60 to 120 days this is your house. Again, I'm stringing it along. I want you all to have an opportunity. But don't drive out of here thinking, if only I did. Because this is your last opportunity now for 2024. I'll call it again, then I'll pass it into the highest bidder at $1,210,000. First call at $1,210,000. Do you want to try again? You sure? Thank you for your bidding. What about in the rear? At $1,210,000. Second call. Are you all done? For your third and final opportunity. At $1,210,000, are you done? Are you silent? Are you all out? At $1,210,000, final call. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I formally pass the property in at $1,210,000 to the highest bidder. Thank you very much for your attention and your attendance. Have a lovely afternoon. Have a great weekend. And from everybody at Docking Real Estate, Merry Christmas indeed.